You just woke up and it's 12 a.m. So you decide to just watch a few shorts on YouTube. 1 minute goes by, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes later. And then you stumble on a video of a female showing cleavage and go onto Pornhub to waste another 30 minutes checking off, and you look at the clock showing 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Laying in your bed, with post-nut clarity hitting you, you decide to change it once and for all. I've decided to change my course of action after having played hours of video games every day, watching porn, eating junk food, and having a headache almost every day. I was depressed and didn't know where to go with my life. I was already watching a lot of self-improvement videos, but I was just too lazy to do anything with the advice they gave me. So every day, I wasted my time with distraction while feeling productive from the improvement videos I watched. But eventually it started to click, and so the first thing I did was something that I learned from the hardest on earth, which was David Goggins.
How I build belief is through the daunting tasks I put myself through. So that's proof positive that I can. So it correlates. And that's how this piece of shit kid I once thought I was built belief by saying, I was in 3 Hell Weeks. I went to Ranger School. I tried out for Delta Selection.
Undeniable stack of proof.
That is proof, motherfucker. So whenever you think you can't, confidence comes from the thing that you built.
The more you convince yourself to be the man, the alpha male, the more you will actually act on your self-beliefs. For example, if you want to quit alcohol, then you shouldn't be thinking, I'd like to quit alcohol. Instead, you should be thinking of quit alcohol. Then you should rearrange your surrounding in a way so that the bad habits are hidden, or better yet, gone. The less you see and remember the bad habit, the less you actually desire to do it. When I wanted to quit video games, I placed my console in another room where my father was always in. That way I firstly had to go into another room and then ask my father if I could play some video games. And because I was lazy as fuck, because I was motivated to quit video games and didn't have much confrontation with it, I was able to quit it very fast and easily. If you work and play video games in the same room, then the thought of playing video games will always interrupt you and you won't be able to get any sufficient work done. So switch the room for your work or for your video games so that you will be able to fully focus on one thing in each room and won't be interrupted by the other. Or even simpler, quit video games, but you know that already. But this also works if you have a bad diet and eat a lot of junk food. Your main goal is not to have any confrontation with junk food in your kitchen, so the best option is just not to buy it. But I know how hard it is when you pass the junk food aisle every time you go to the store. So a very effective tip is to switch the grocery store in which you always buy your stuff in. If you don't know where the junk food is and are motivated to change your diet, then you will automatically be going to the healthy aisle and skip the unhealthy one. If you then are able to routine yourself to just go to the healthy aisles and to skip the unhealthy ones, then I'll guarantee you that you will eat better in no time. It obviously takes an adjustment, but this will change your diet and life forever. If you then still get the urge to eat some junk food, then you would have to dress yourself up, go to the store, buy the foods you actually want to eat, drag them home, and can only then enjoy the junk food for a few minutes until it's gone. Because of the whole effort you would have to go through, you will lose any desire and interest for that bad habit. Making the execution of a bad habit as hard and uncomfortable as possible is a great way to break it. The internet and social media is so appealing to us because of its easy access and it being easy to operate. If you deinstall the apps like YouTube, Instagram or TikTok, then you would have to go through so much effort that after you've restored everything to its original state, you would have lost any desire and interest for it. The next tip is actually the hardest to implement, which is to cut off the friends who do the bad habits you want to break and to just not surround yourself with these kind of people. I myself still have friends who participate in things like playing video games, staying up late, and in general refusing to do anything useful with their life. I am mostly able to reject these activities because I'm confident enough to tell them that I'm not that person anymore, but I sometimes still fall back into things like playing video games when I'm with them, or in general just wasting valuable time that I could use instead to work on myself and towards my purpose. But it is none of the less the most effective step to work towards your goals. These people in general don't want to support you or your goals anyway, so the best thing is to cut them off and to surround yourself with like-minded people so that you can push each other to your limits. Then, after you have found like-minded people, make a bet with them or your family that if you do a bad habit again, that you will have to be punished by giving away something you value or by putting yourself under some sort of punishment. The punishment and your friends and family seeing you as weak and irresponsible will keep you from doing the bad habit so that you will lose interest in it over time. Obviously, you have to be real to yourself and to your friends and family for it to work, but this is definitely a very effective step to break bad habits. But in the end, the bad habits that you have built over the years won't really go away. The only thing you can do to break them is to eliminate any confrontation with them. When you do confront them again sometime, you will have a burning desire to do them again. But these tips and your new self-image will keep you from falling back into them. If you do fail one time or succumb to your desire, just try to get onto a new streak the next day. This video and most of the points mentioned here were inspired by James Clear and his book Atomic Habits. If you want to check out the book for yourself, then I will leave a link down in the description. Always keep your focus on your purpose. See you next time.